So I'm just creating and setting up also the type for the sport asset. Just to let you have an example. And so I'm going to just have a change on the default after ingest workflow. And if we find the file on the Adobe out, instead of directly move to the archive, we'll start checking the type of each asset, and then if it is sport, it will be moved into sport folder. I won't keep going with the workflow just to show you how it is going to work. So let's see in here. Don't have to change nothing. So just let me see if we can see already the sport. Yes, okay. So just as example, I can take this one. This one. Okay. Just let's have a little modification just to make things shorter. So we are going to, this was open from a long time. Let's see which is the latest code used. Okay. So I want this asset to contain, it will be a sport type, it will contain a sport media. So I'm going to send this sequence to this new asset with sport type. And you see, so the file has been exported into the Adobe. So it has been found in here, and it has been moved into the sport file. And we have also in the sport, we have the new file that we just created, that we just exported by Adobe. So this is a way, and you will have also the possibility to filter this kind of material in the search using the type. So if we search by type, and I select only sport type, The resulting list will be with only one media, as we only have one asset with the sport content. So following this example, we can have
So that means
yes,
so that means no more moving to archive folder again, right?
it is, let's say, a subfolder of the archive, or it can be a subfolder of the archive. We can
Okay.
move into the sport, and then from sport, we can do all the things that we need to do. Maybe they need to have some quality check or other modification, and then from sport, you can have again to the archive. It depends on you. If you want to have different devices, different
No, because
logical storage.
I'm concerned,
Okay.
about the metadata, because if in the sport folder only, if we couldn't see in the archive folder, we couldn't do anything. But now we can do, even though in the sport folder, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's my question. Yeah.
But I would not suggest to let user use the media within folder without Etere. You can still filter for sport media or news media or
Yes,
any
understood.
media, just assigning the types. So you can have all the file within the archive folder, but in the Etere side, they will be recognizable by types. Or you can have both. You have differentiate asset on types and also differentiate file on the storage. This is
Understood.
just
Yeah.
an example, yes. Then,
Yes.
based on user and customer needs, we can improve the configuration following this idea. But just to let you know that this is possible, and this is one of the many ways that you can have. It is possible even to have, instead of using types, you can use also this when you send a new file, this flexi, this additional metadata. So you can keep using only one type of asset and specify from the flexi. Maybe we can use a flexi that contains a list of information, and then you can select sport, news, and so on. Let me see if I can show you already this in here also. We can assign to the Adobe Flexi maybe a list of value that can be used. On here we can put the list. So I'm adding this list. I'm saying to the system that this flexi can only have those kind of information. Been edited. Yes. Let's see again in here. So I can try to set. So I keep using the test asset type, but I want to have sport value on the Adobe Flexi. I can send again the file. It will be created a new one. Oops. it is test, so it is following the previous workflow without checking the type. And we have in the metadata is the other one. It's not visible. Okay. We should have the sport value, so we can check then if the flex has been set in this way, and you can filter asset again for uh, by flexi. This one. See, this one was the asset that we created by Adobe, and the flexi was filled. So we can search for um, all the asset that has the flexi, the Adobe flexi matching with sport. And we have two assets, the one that I modified manually and this one. So this is another way. And based on this flexi, we can add on the workflow some additional checks instead of the check type. So instead of checking the type, we can check the value of the flexi. And it is possible like this. We have in here flexi metadata check. We can see which is the value on of the asset. Depending on the value that the flexi can have, we will have in the workflow different exit like this. You see, we have one exit for sport, one exit for news, and one exit for HD, and can increase depending on the value that we want. So if, in this example, if we have sport, we can move to sport storage. If we have news, we can move again to archive, or if we have HD, we can move on another destination. So that's another way. This everything will be managed automatically by the workflow. So those are two examples on how we can configure these things, and depending on what you customer or users prefer to do, we will apply one of them. So based on types or based on the additional metadata that they need to put.
No, I like to use based on the type. Type is
Okay.
better than flexible metadata. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please just create with the type.
Okay, and that will be I will need the list of type that you are going to use.
Okay,
And I assume that the list will be a fixed list. Well, I mean, you already have few types, and they won't have big changes during the time. I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay, so
provide you a type. Yeah. So yeah.
okay,
Let me
perfect,
check
perfect.
with the yeah.
Okay, no problem. So just to let you know that we can configure also this. I will put back the workflow as it was just to avoid blocking tests of the operator if they keep working. Okay, so for the moment, the workflow will be as it was before this meeting. Then, as soon as I have the information, I will update it, and I will keep you also updated on the changes.
Okay.
Okay, so the Adobe part has been already discussed. Yes, I also checked that if we are going to use um, the streaming functionality, we can rely on this refresh time. By default it is by 1 minute. Maybe user will need to decrease it. For the test I just decrease it to 10 seconds. I will put back to the default. This means that every 16 seconds Adobe will refresh the timing of the growing file. So, well, then operators surely will be able to manage the timing as they prefer. Okay, so do you want to move now to have a recap on the news editor? Or do you have any other topic to discuss or any question to be answered?
Para me? Oh, sorry.
Yes?
Did you say something to me? No.
Yeah, no, I was asking, do you want to move to the news editor part
Yes,
or
yes,
do you have
please,
any?
please,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so as far as I understand on from your side, the your team will be only composed basically by journalists. So staff will be only related to news editor, to operator that create and the story and also directly modify the rundown. In this moment, we have the same all those users configured to be both anchorman, approver, journalist, and redactor if they just need to have a look to all the possibility that they have. In case we have journalists, we will have by each user their own specific section where they can check the agenda view, so all the tasks that have been sent by the administrator or by the head department. Notification that maybe have been received by, yes, all the logs and notification related to the stories. This is the agenda view. The agenda view is like on any other task view that we see also in the Adobe. And if they will be tasks sent by the department, they will be a list in here, and they will take them. Also, task can be also shown into the task folder. And then they have my stories. So all the stories that this user, this specific user, started to create. We have a lot of stories, see? And then we can filter them also by period. Stories of today's, stories available for the week, and stories that will be available next week. So depending on the rundown where they have been added. We can edit a story directly from here. We can search for any story if we open the story basket. They are filtered by date, so we can have when we can increase the period and search for them. And we have the list of all the stories. And these stories can be opened by double clicking, and they can be modified, or they can also be dropped into the rundown directly from here. So if we open also the rundown, the same way we have the rundown being filtered by days or by template, so structure that we can use for future rundown, or we can search for them. If we open rundown for tomorrow, there's no rundown. Let's create a new rundown, and we will set it for tomorrow. At in the afternoon, and will last 30 minutes. We can move this in the other. Oh, we have to put a placeholder. Yes, a segment. Be able to put in here the story by drag and drop from the story basket. And also we can insert stories from the rundown, searching for specific stories. So we can open the search here on the right, and all the assets retrieved by here are stories that can be again drag and drop on the rundown. Or since we put some placeholder, it means that the story is not ready yet, but we know that during the rundown, during the segment of the rundown, we have we assigned already places for the stories. we can just double click on the placeholder and we will have the new story template to be created. It means that this placeholder will be automatically converted into the story that we are creating right now. Okay, let's use a sport category that you created. And this is a story from placeholder. The title is story from placeholder just because I double clicked on the placeholder and transform it into a story. We can assign the story to a specific journalist. So we want this journalist to use to be the one that will be in charge of the story. By default, it is the operator that is creating the story itself. And you see that placeholder has been converted automatically into the story. Again, double clicking on the story, we can start modifying it, opening the edit button. This is the head, the title of the stories, and it is using this heading style. If we want to put the sub headings, we can use the sub heading style. And then we will have the normal text that will be the normal style. That is the text that will also send to the prompter, and it is the text that Anchorman will read. While you are writing the story, the text of the story, you see that here in the left, you have timings. You have from 0 to 3 seconds. This is the timing that system automatically count. And this is the expected time that the anchorman will take to read all the story. If I keep writing the same text, I keep writing my story, you see that the timing increase. So the talk duration, as you can see here below on the story while you are writing it, we have the number of words written and the talk duration. So the duration that Anchorman will take to read all the text. If we have to add a video, a content to this story, we can search for the video using the video search. Double clicking on the video search will open another asset search. This will not search anymore for stories as we've seen before when we open the story search, but will search only for asset that has a video available. We can search for any file that we created lately. Someone of your team is still working, so we can use the file that they are creating. We drag and drop the asset in here. You will see also that you will have a different timing related to the video. You see here we have a green bar that is related to this green video. If we keep writing, we have a structure on the duration here in the left that is following text, video, and text again. And if I put another video in here, you will see a different color related to the second video, and so on. If I put a third one, you will have Yes, the yellow one was much longer than any other, so that's why we have the structure like this in here. So this left bar, it is helping the news creator, the news editor, to stay within the time of the placeholder or of the segment that has been placed in here. I can close this one. We can also change the font of the text if we need to highlight something or not. Can be italic or underline, or you can increase the font size of all the story just to help you with the editing. Once the story is completed, we just can save it and we can put the status ready. It is not really mandatory, but it is adding an information to everyone that the story has been completed. And in here you will see that has a green status. So it is meaning that there's no need to add some additional checks on the story. It is ready, so it can be broadcasted. Once the story, the rundown is available to be played, operator just need to use the mouse control active. This means that it will start the communication with all the devices configured for the playout. So it will send the rundown to the player and will start sending also all the information, all the text to the prompter. We lately just configured prompter 1. I don't know if also the others has been configured.
So now when not available, we disconnected.
Okay, no problem. If we put it on the sorry, it needs also the user to apply to assign the rundown to the correct studio control room. So it means that is going to the rundown will be available only to specific player and specific devices that has been configured as control room 1, 2, or 3. For the moment, we have in here we have 3 studio available, where Studio One has its proper prompter, and it has also the related playout. The playout, it is on here. In and backup. So those on 16 IPs that are ending with 16 and 17, we have the Etere player. And this will be the application that is in charge of playing the content of the rundown and of the stories. We have a main one and a backup one. You already have some rundown with most control active, so those rundown has been already enabled for the playout. We are going to disable as they were for yesterday, so you can open them and remove the mouse control. This is Studio 2. Okay, this is interesting. For example, this early afternoon, it has been assigned, you see, to the Studio 2. So by using the function Studio Control Room or using the shortcut that is available here, Studio Control Room, we can set a different studio or check to which studio has been assigned. This is Studio 2, and we can see that, sorry again, this specific RD afternoon rundown is not available in the Studio 1 playout. We have only Studio 1 rundown in here. We have rundown from Ain't, Test 2 segment, Test 3 segment, and Test News. This is because this player has been configured for Studio 1. So it is receiving only information, only rundown, and only story enabled for Studio 1. Going back to here, we are going to remove all the other. This one. And this one. So now if we refresh the player on Studio 1, we should have empty. We don't have any story anymore. So going back to our story that we was checking, this one, rundown tomorrow, we can assign to the Studio 1 and we can, refreshing here, we can have, refresh, we should have it available We should have it available. Let me try to have a restart of the service on the SQL server. Okay, so it is connected now. So let's see. No.
Da parte poscerà una cartella facendo che cosa quello? No, questo è tutto locale. E di driver che manca.
Well, of course, it is not possible to see it because I put it for tomorrow and not for today. It was not supposed to have to be
How
the
about
rundown to
you
be.
found
Yes,
you found the second one?
sorry.
Layout. How about you try on the two main layout two main
Yes.
with the layout two main? Yeah.
Yes, though there are two other rundowns available right now that are yes, available for rundown 2, segment this one without title the segment, and the other one is 12 p.m. Yes. You wanna see this on air, for example. Let's also open the backup. So this is for tomorrow. Then we are not going to use it. Those are the two rundown available for Studio 2 that are also the most control enabled. And we can add another one in here using setting it for today. We also again 3 p.m. So I will set a segment again. 10-minute duration with two placeholders. I will change one into a story. This is the template that we can use, and we'll add a video in here. Oops, there. So by drag and drop, I can move also the video. I can save it. I can assign the Studio One and enable the mouse control. I can also approve the story. Now it should be available also in the player as we have it on the Studio 2 player. Open also the backup in here. Now we have the today stories available after we enable the mouse control. So after we say that this rundown can start to communicate with all the devices, we have it also available in the player one. So we can put it on air. We can send on air the next story. And whenever the operator needs, he can use the F4 shortcut or play out next to start playing the media associated to the video. While it is playing on here, we can start playing also the story from the other play out. Need to select a segment. Sorry. So loading the next story, we can start the play out. And now the story is playing, and you will see that on the other player, on primary B, it is loaded the next video. So each video on every story will be played consequently from primary A and primary B and so on. So this time the anchorman is reading the text that has been provided by, you see in here we have the status of the story, and the anchorman is reading the part that has been sent to the prompter. When the story has been completed, when video has been completed, operator from the playout can move to the next story or play out next. We do play out next, we'll jump to the other video, to the following video, and now this one is the one on air. We have it here also in the message on the window that the player is the one on air, while this one we have on the left the word done. It means that has been skipped. We can also have a manual command in here to pause or play again the video. It is not related to the story or to the rundown itself, just for the player. And we can put also the enable the loop. In this way, loop is on, and when the video has been completed, instead of moving to the next video, if there is a list of video for each story, will loop again and again. So we can go to the next story. And operator will play the first video of the next stories. And so on. If we want to go, is it possible to edit or update the story? Yes, yes. While it is on air, you can change also the order of the content or the video. And let's go to the story that is in plain. This one. Let's put it back on the previous story so we can start again on the first story. Using the previous stories, we are, you see the message is still on air on here. Using the next and previous story, we are asking the player to be ready to play next the story. So we are queuing, we are loading the story, and then we can press play out. It means that we'll start again from this first segment. So now we are playing the first story of the segment. We can try to change stories. We can edit even the story while it is playing. We can add another video following this one that is playing. Let's do this and this. This one. We save. Go back to the story that we were using, that is one. You see that we have additional videos, and this has been refreshed. Can move to next story or to the previous story and start again the play out next. So going to the other and so on. So it is possible to edit the story during on air. Of course, it must be done with, let's say, consciousness. So operator the editor will edit with correct things the story, and the player will be updated as well. Also, all the prompter, also the prompter, if it is connected. I see that it is not available, also the prompter one for the moment, but also the prompter will be updated in real time with all the changes done with the story, with the text. You can also change the order of story while it is playing. So this one is the one in play. We can, by using the drop down, drag and drop should be available. Yes. The drag and drop can be done like this. So I can move the story on the rundown itself and move into other place orders, for example. I misclicked. So also this kind of changes will be immediately applied also to the player in real time. Based also on how the video are set on the story, we can choose to play all the video manually. For example, in this list, we have 3 video. We can set the type manual. By default, this is manual. It means play every time performed by operator. It means again that you see everything is stopped now. Because the player is waiting for the operator to press the play out next. In this video has ended, it is again waiting for the operator to play next. Otherwise, if we want everything to be smoothly played automatically, we just need to set on the story the type, to modify the type on the video, and the start type will be automatically, so immediately after the previous event. This one and this one. So we can save the We can save again this story. So let's reload it again on the player. It has been already reloaded. So you will see that all those video, we have video A1 STL, then we have AAA. Okay, naming are not really helping, but this segment is including 3 different video for the same story. So also in the player here, you have 1 of 3. So it means that this is going to be played the first video out of 3 that is included in the list. So when we are going to play out this, only one player will be used. So it means it is like that all those video, all the video added to these stories are played as a single video, just because we put the start type as automatic. So back to the player. You see that we are on air with the third part out of 3 segments. We ask to the player to load the next story. You see on the primary B, it will be loaded again the same content, because next stories is again the same story that we just modified, and has 3 automatic video that will be played. So we are going to play them. We are already on 3 segment of 3, because first 2 assets were really short assets, so that's why we already have a third one in play. This one is still playing the primary A, but it won't be the one on air. So the router operator need to be in time with the playout operator, and switch also the correct video to be broadcasted. Let's have some clear in here. This one is in play. This is to Studio One. Story basket, we can close all of them. Those are the most important things that we can have. Another way to add media into a story is directly, if the operator is really in rush, so they have an emergency and they need to have a file available in the right current moment, you can open the story. Let me use a new one. The operator really need to have a video immediately available. He can pick up the file from anywhere in its system. Let's do Let's pick up just as an example from anywhere. So operator open the file from its desktop, just an example as a source, and you can drag and drop into the story. Yes, we have to modify first the story. Open the modify menu, and you can drag and drop. So the system will automatically create an asset, and we have to will create an asset and associate the video, the media to that asset. Okay, so again, there was a little problem for just for credentials that have been saved for previous timing. So I put a video here, and the system will automatically copy the file. You see the running percentage, and it is moved directly into the archive path. You have it already available. So the operator already have the file ready to be played. And open also the preview. So this is the file available. So we save. We can open also the file, the video that has been created, the asset that has been created for the video. It should be this one. see, we have also in here the preview. And the playout has been already updated with the new, we already updated with the rush hour, yes, in here. So we can keep playing, go directly to the rush hour, and we can play it. So it is available. So operator, well, I did just a couple of check more before playing, but the operator does not need to do anything more than drag and drop the file from any source, so from any storage in the PC or in the system, and drag and drop into the story. In few seconds, the file will be available and will be also playable by the playout as we are doing right now. For the operator side, the playout side, we have main and backup player that are following the same list, and we can switch between them anytime. The clone, the backup one, is not having available the commands because these kind of commands are available only from the main one. So you see, while the master is while the playout is master status, it can play and move to next stories and so on. If it is in clone, so backup status, it is not possible. It is only following the playlist from the main. When we switch main and backup, we can do manually. Master and clone switch their functionality. Now the other one, the second one, has all the command available, and it will continue without any problem to play the file of the rundown and of the stories. Again, the other player, the one that was master before, now is following the new master. This switch can be done manually or most likely will be done automatically as soon as player or system, Etere system, realize that there is a problem on any PC. So if the master one is having trouble with the connection or with communication to the SDI output, or having problem hardware failure, the switch will be automatically done, because as soon as communication between two servers will be lost, the clone became master. So the switch will be done automatically. Of course, also the operator will know that he needs to switch the output router correctly, because each player is configured to have his own decklink output to be used. So I believe that then this will be the time of some question if you have.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. What do you mean during the on-air? You have a story that is in play, and you want to add another media to the same story.
I'm asking, we during the OF, the runout has not been complete yet because the
Mhm.
media is we get lately.
Yes, let's. Well, for example, this one now we have this rundown. It is in play. Let me go to the other. There's no need to have main and clone right now. So this is in play. And I will be long 1 minute. Okay. We are playing with this. So we can go to the story again on here. This one. Which is the one is playing? To just pause it for a moment. It is okay.
You understand what I'm asking, right? Because we already go on air at the time. Some of the story we didn't receive the media file yet. So is it possible to insert the media file into that story during on air?
So it means you are playing the the playout is not playing it.
Yeah. I play out. But some of the runout inside the runout or story, there is no media to play.
Mhm.
Uh,
So player is not playing nothing in the moment. If you don't have anything, if you don't have the media to be played.
No, yeah. I know. But segment 1 or segment 2 already have the video. Segment 3
Mhm.
doesn't have the video. We are
Mhm.
playing segment A.
Mhm.
At the time, we want to insert the segment 3 with the new video.
Yes, you can do it.
Yeah.
You can change in real time what is going on the segment and on the rundown and on the story itself.
Yes.
So yes, the rundown is playing. You can also have this configuration in here if you want. You can have also empty element. So by default, is not they are not skipped. The if there is no video, the player won't play anything, but you can add on the story a video for this story, and as soon as it will be available, the operator will have the status refreshed, and then it will play manually the story that you added. So most likely it's you will have the anchorman that is telling the story, it's reading the text, but there is no video. So the video will start with some late, even
Yes.
the anchorman is reading, but it will be possible to run the video as soon as it is available. Because mostly the playout on this news application is manual. So you can play whenever you want the file as soon as it is available. What happened? I don't know because I closed them. Let me see. Where they was playing play out one main, it is playing the story for the single. Yes, sure, sure. The single rundown. There was only one rundown with a story available, so it has played and it is stopped. There is no any further rundown for the Studio One, so for the player one. So it is not playing anything. All the things that we planned and we apply are related to Studio 2. So Studio 1, main and backup are not playing anything. If we want to add something to the Studio 1, we need to create a new story again from here. We can put in here file. So if we save also the story for the was rundown for Studio One today, this already has the Studio Control active, so we can go to the player one main. We have another story, so we can go to next story to be played. So nothing wrong happened with the players. If you were referring to the other player, I was just on this one. I was just simulating how to play a content that is coming lately after the start of the story itself. So if you want, I can do it again with,
Sure, sure.
with example.
Yeah.
Okay. So the situation is this one. We have on this rundown okay. In here we can add, let's call it properly late video, just to understand that we are doing this example. We have a story with a late video. So, oops. So we have all the text. So let's just pretend that Anchorman is reading this part. I know it is really really strange. And we have a container, so an asset that will be used to contain the video that will be provided. So it is just an example how, for example, we have the container and the editor from Adobe application needs to provide the file. So let me just find. Okay, this one is okay. 5 minutes. We have the video. So Nunzio application, news editor, and the playout are expecting a file that is lasting 5 minutes for these stories. So on the playlist, we have it that next story will be this one that should last 5 minutes in the rundown editor, but we already have the information that no file found in the asset. So what is going to happen? We finished with the current story. We load the next stories, and we go on. We play the story, the empty story. So this is what is going on. There's no video on air. You see that there is red message that you are on air, but there is no file found for the asset. So no counter is running. And in this time, the operator is providing the file. So let's do, for example, as I did before, I open the asset from another form. It is combine ADL. Combine ADL was ADL, combine ADL, now is at 2 underscore 2. Okay, so I open the asset. I provide the media. So I'm manually linking, but it can be done also by the Adobe integration. I will use a short one. So now the file is available on the asset. There is an actual file. If we go to previous story, we need to, let's say, to restart this file. It is possible only reloaded the story. So the operator go to the previous story, then again reload the story that should have been played, and now we are able to play. So we have actually the file available. So actually in the broadcast you will see black if you still have the on air with the player. But while the anchorman is talking, so is reading the text, operator will have the file available, and then you can start again the rundown. So everything will start again smoothly from the last point, and all the other file will be played correctly afterward. So as before, as soon as the story ends, we can go to the next story and play out it, and it will go again as nothing happened. So again, this is another example that we have been able to modify, to edit the story while it was on air, actually.
Yeah. You are doing with the player. You're not doing on the story or right now, right?
No, we added the
link
container on the story.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. And I understand. Yeah, container on the story. Okay.
Yes, then on the rundown you don't have to do nothing because the story probably was ready from a long time and the container was already there. So all the other operator will provide the file, and the rundown will be the player will be updated as soon as the file will be there. So the operator will start manually the file when it will be available.
Yeah, understood. Yeah.
News editor doesn't need to do anything. So if in this case, if the file is coming late, unfortunately, the fault is only due to video editor or people that need to provide the file.
Understood. Yeah. Hello, Balo.
Yes.
I think we have a little bit problem on the layout main because it's taking too long to open the program.
Layout one. So this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Can you check for that one? And also, I want to talk about with the ingestion schedule is ingestion. We already
Mhm.
we already assigned the input for the schedule ingest, but we didn't see anything on the screen.
Okay. So
Okay.
for this
Also,
problem you need you mean for this
Yeah.
problem. Okay, for example, I'm on the playout main, the long time to open the application.
Yeah. Also, in the some of the um, uh, ingest client,
Mhm.
in this morning I did it. Some of the easy ingest. There's
Mhm.
there's some two of the ingest client are not working well. It just show, even though I ingest to the easy ingest, I just show the EDA files, EDA manual logos. Some ingest client I couldn't find the creation date for in the media library. Some ingest couldn't see.
Okay. So I
Also,
those problem I believe we need to check it together
yeah,
as soon as we complete the session. So we will surely
yeah,
fix them today.
yeah.
Okay. I will take note of all of them. I noticed also that on player one main, it takes a long time to
Yes,
open
yeah.
the player. So I will take a look also on this.
Okay.
Let me just write down all the things.
Yeah.
So I don't really, I will not
It's
lose.
okay. I'm gonna send you by chat.
Okay, perfect.
One, two, check, and click out. Me, you back to in some of yes, interest client Fine. Not fine, but let's try. Three. Three.
Okay, for first 3 points, I will see it later on, there's no problem.
Okay.
For the fourth, I guess the best moment to explain you how to work with the schedule engines will be tomorrow with the session of tomorrow.
Yes,
What do
yes,
you think?
yes.
Okay,
Please,
okay, great.
please show us a demonstration. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there's
Okay.
no problem.
Yeah, I still have a question.
Yes.
Video nó có gì vậy?
mình phải xin nhập. Cái gì là mình thì một số channel nhập.
Lúc giờ nó qua check luôn kìa.
Okay.
Check bí mật.
Tôi mà configuration là phải rất là khủng. Cái nhiều, có thể viết được vào. Không thể viết là xuống.
You are right. There will be not XML and MXF. Maybe you miswrote XML. There won't be there. There is a MXF file.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. Just to avoid
Sorry.
misunderstanding. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Well, but you know that we still have, if you are still interested, to install the router, and we can also command the router. So you will be able to switch the input on any SDI. But for the moment, yes, you have only one.
Yes.
One physical SDI input.
Yeah, physical SDI. Yeah, because we couldn't connect to router.
Yes.
We don't know the IP or port. So that's a problem.
Well, but if you use the multifunction ingest, so not the ingest normal, but the easy ingest, but multifunction, you can choose up to 4 SDI.
Yeah.
Yes,
I know.
Exactly.
How about in the ingest? Can we choose just like the multifunction ingest?
In the easy ingest?
Yes.
No, easy ingest is supposed to always work with only one input.
One.
You
Oh, okay.
can
Even
you can change the configuration, but it will always be that
one.
specific configuration, only one. Yes.
Only okay, understood. Yeah. Even though we have
That
the four import, but the easy ingest we work with only one. You're saying
yes,
that.
that
Okay.
that's why it is called easy, because the operator needs only to open and start the recording. That's why it is
Okay.
easy ingest. It is like a fast ingest.
Yes, yes.
Multifunction
Also,
is,
yes, some of the operator complaints to me, when they are doing the ingestion, some file are ingested with the high-res file, some file are ingested with the low-res file. I mean, some file are ingested with the 50 megabit per second, some file are ingested with the 12 megabit per second. And I
oh,
also,
okay, yes, I will have a double check, because maybe something I was configuring before talking to you with the profile.
oh, okay,
So maybe
understand.
something has left
Okay.
with all the profile, all the testing profile. I will have a double check on all the
Okay.
profile I configured. Yes, correct.
Thank you, Paulo. Please consider about to do for scheduling just for tomorrow.
Yes, yes. Tomorrow we can see all the ingests. Also, we can have a recap of all the ingests and also the scheduled ingest. It's okay.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Paulo. You are the
You're
best.
welcome again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Yeah,
your time again. See you
thank you,
tomorrow.
sir.
Or
See you.
maybe I can chat with you on Skype directly to
Yes,
check
sure,
the other point. Okay,
sure. Yeah, sure.
perfect.
It's okay.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you.